Hello guys, today I'm going to be showing you a game where I played the endgame pretty well. So it starts off with me playing black in the Sicilian defense for Knight's Variation, the Shreshnikov. And there's this line. So not going to go too much into the theory, so I just played the wrong move e5, missed d6 multiple times because queen d6 is a good move for him. And then we're restricted, but then we get a strong knight in the center and we start attacking. So we get a pawn, but white gets the pawn back. We are up just one pawn. We're protecting the bishop with the rook, and then we bring the bishop back to protect. This was a queen trade. The other move, we cannot trade the queens because this will happen. So here, I tried to attack his f2 pawn, but he got my pawn back. And now he actually went from down a pawn to up a pawn, but then he blunders, and then we get our pawn back. And actually, we are up a pawn again, but now we're not up a pawn. And any other move would result in white taking this. Also, this one also results in white taking the pawn, but we get this pawn too. Now, this is completely drawn, and I can show you the idea. But for black, when he gives a check, I can push the pawn. So I can keep bringing the king up while pushing the pawn, like this. Keep pushing the pawn. And we can push his king back with checks. And when the time is right, we can push the pawn and move the rook. Now he gets the Philidor position though. He got this move, rook to c3, and now the idea is pretty simple for white. Once black pushes the pawn, you bring the rook to the last rank, and then you give checks. If black gives you checks, you just keep moving in front of the pawn. So instead, black will try to support the pawn, and white will just keep giving checks. And if the king gets too close to the rook, the pawn will be lost. So that's the idea for white here. White misses that. So white attacks our rook, we move the rook, and then we get our king up. Now we're threatening mate. The only good move is to protect the mate with the rook, because any king move results in, if this king move, mate in one, king here results in black's rook going to the wrong side, the long side I mean. Then the king goes up, you push the pawn. And if some of you have heard of the Lucena position, you would know how to win this position. Because if black keeps moving their king out, they'll get checked endlessly. Instead, black can play this, so that if white tries to give a check, we can take with a rook. So the best move is now king here, and we give another check, king moves, and then rook e4. The idea is that on the next move, we're bringing our king out. He gives a check, we go king here, check, and then rook blocks. But in the game, for some reason, I went king here. I forgot for a while, and then I go here, and then I get my queen, and then he resigns. So this is kind of like an endgame played like Magnus, because Magnus can win drawn endgames. So this is kind of a Magnus moment, and that's pretty cool.